It wouldn't take much to sketch up some trade ports and some simple ships.
Why not? Today is just gonna be one thing and then another, huh? All right. Well, we ought to be hopefully running now.
Last times I did spaceships,
What's
I
this?
was trying to get a job with
Get out of here. Hmm. So today we are roughly 35 minutes late because of an alarm or lack thereof. But we arrived nonetheless. Now, I suppose that's fine. Hope everybody's been having a good day so far. For those of us that have had some kind of day to enjoy. Some of the goodies came in. I got the camera came in, and its lens adapter is supposed to arrive today. And I actually borrowed a lens from a friend of mine who owns a Sony camera. And let me see if I have my drive set up on here. I do not. I will show you something, Glamwolf. I'll give you a little sneak peek before we get clipping off here today. Just something I played around with. I was messing around with where I might mount the new lens on the desk. These were super clearance. I threw them on. I got tired of pulling that one busted earbud. Let me find this. So I was messing around with I played around with could we do like a vlog, like would the lens work for me driving? And this is just me saying could this work for vlogging? I don't know. I don't know. And so I sent this over to my friend, and he was like, "We could color correct that." He's like, "Does that look better?" I was like, "Yeah, that looks that looks better." And then I also sent him like an artsy shot of the mess that is my desk. Here's a little peek behind the curtain here. We're going to work on that backpack today. Just messing around with all the inks that I use. Focusing in on different things. Sorsha, you saucy lady. But yeah, so as things come in, we get today the capture card's supposed to arrive, and the what is it? The capture card and another battery. Okay. Let's get this boat in the water, shall we? Yeah, when I was ordering everything, oftentimes if I'm looking at something like zero interest, or in this case, it was going to have to be one of those situations. I was pulling up. I just pulled up clearance. I'm like, what do we have? Obviously for the things I'm looking to purchase today. And then I was like, well, what other things have I been looking to replace? And for me, it's that damn headset was bugging me daily. So today, I think we're gonna, number one, we're gonna work on the backpack a bit, but I also want to work on his leathers. That's gonna be a big part of this, and I also want to work a bit on the shoulder. I'm not happy with the shoulder. I don't know what your thoughts are, Clan Wolf, but I'm like a weird perfectionist with things. Try to move this mic a little bit. But yeah, I rearranged like the whole desk trying to figure out like where I would put things, and sure enough, sadly, I think we're at a detail stage where I'm done with my size 3. I don't know if that's a sad thing. I just love my size 3 brush. It's like, stop looking at it. You're done painting with that for now. Claymov says his frauds, God, I can't remember what those are technically called. Oh, this little leather, his little cod protector area. Yeah, I just don't know. There was something I wanted to do. I had a color in mind, and I will not forget it. Alright, so that's good. I need a darker. I don't know if I do need a darker tone. Let's just play around with this and see where it takes us. We got Provençal coming in 78. Morning, afternoon, yes. You know, I did start the music, but I did not. I think I got to. When I showed you that video, I stopped actually hitting play. Let's hit. What kind of mood are we in here? I'll play some happy music. Come said if you hadn't married Miss Nomadic, you'd marry your size 3 brush. Possibly. A size 3 brush. I ought to nickname her Miss Jones. Because the two of us have kind of got a thing going on. That is accurate. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Now with leathers, especially something like this where it's mostly metal, I'm gonna try and get these details in a little bit. It's also super tiny. I mean, don't know how else to get in here. Let's actually start here a little bit. We got Lone 43464. Good morning. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How are you doing today? Get a little purple out here. Hope everybody's having a good week, and we're about done with it at this point. Time to pack it in on a Saturday and Sunday. I'll have some updates going into the weekend. I'm gonna be working more on the bar top for our kitchen island. It's I got the resin pours done. I used a little bit of black ink on it. And now we'll be sanding off that resin. See what kind of color we have here. I get this nice, vibrant purple. I'll wash this brown back in a controlled manner. So here down in the crevices, where he has this crack here, it's sculpted in. But I'm also gonna add a little bit around these little metal discs. I don't know what else to call them. What we're gonna try to do is get it to pop a little bit. We want these browns to show, but we don't want it to steal away from the top of the model. So we got to get it to come up in vibrancy a little bit, but not a lot. It's a balance that I fail on, not regularly, but on occasion. It's like a constant thing I gotta keep in focus. Clan Wolf says, "Oh, weekend is for working." That's, yeah. I just go from projects that I don't want to do to projects that I kind of want to do. Step down to a size 1 here. Then says, "You know the rule, Chris. Pixar didn't have it." Yeah, we'll get them out there. We'll prove that it went down. Cleo says, "I believe they are rivets technically." How's everybody else doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. Let's see if we can't pick these out. I think we're dry enough on that glaze I put in. Just a light touch. It's not that I have painting superpowers, but a steady hand has been probably my greatest asset. Let's try and get to the bottom of this disc. I do put metallic paints on my wet palette. I know a lot of people don't, but Clem says, "Got Doom Eternal. Not sure if I'm liking it or not." I'm not familiar. What is Doom Eternal? Is it a game? Is it the new Doom game's actual name? I guess I'm trying to say. Oh, here I'm actually seeing that he's actually got a little portion of this ripped off. Art of Mike Disney says, "Yup, the newest Doom game." Yo, Mikey D. Good morning, Mike. How are you today? Yesterday was one of the first days in, well, we'll just say it was a rare day for me in being able to catch one of Mike's streams since all this stuff popped off. So it was nice to see you in your environment, sir. See you out there spreading the love. Letting people live vicariously through you in their painting journey. I tell you, these little discs, when I tell you they're teeny tiny, I mean they are teeny tiny. Clanwolf, these things are like an eyeball. They're not shaped like an eyeball, but size-wise, they even have like a little dot in the middle of them, like a pupil. Oh man. Yeah, I'm overpainting a couple of these, I guess. We'll tidy them back up. I'm sorry if I'm pulling them a little too high here. I'm trying to... like, I keep pulling it into my face to see it better. We got the Wicked Jexter rolling in. Good morning. Jex says, yo, good morning. Mike says, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Michael, I try when I can to roll in. Oh, we got a raid rolling in. We got Ukri Inu? How do we say this name? Good morning, everybody. Welcome on in. That's a big raid. 32 people. Yo, yo. Hello. We'll give you all a second to settle in. We've got, what do we get? We got a follow. Thank you for the follow. Saint Ad. Saint AD. Look at these. Get these, this corgi wiggling. Saint AD says, got a follow for that beard. Represent. There you go. Well, hello. Good morning. I hope everybody's having a fine April. We're working on, actually, we've got Clanwolf in chat. We're working on a commission piece here. This is a follow train going on here. We got Leo V23. Thank you so much. Pull some things in here that are a little more complete. Clanwolf gifting subs. Guard Daddy. Snowpunk. Ukri. Mikey, and Warped Path all got gifted subs from Clanwolf. If anybody wants to take those freshly minted emotes and show Clanwolf some love, I'm gonna have some coffee. This is a lot. Saint is just fine. Saint, I'll try to remember. I'm very poor with this. We got Ukri says, "Oh, them minis." That's what we do in here. We paint them minis. Necrophagist says 40k is awesome, so you got to follow that. There you go. Try not like slurp my drink in the mic. But it's so exciting. Yeah, good morning everybody. Saint just subbed to tier 1. This is overwhelming. Oh. Well, everybody, Saint says, the Ukri raid in the sub love. Saint with 5 gifted subs. This is huge. Leo V23, where'd you get that sweet, sweet koi fish? That's wonderful. Well, so we got ginger ale J1s. We got Master Bismuth, Mugs Not Drugs, Invince Pirate, Iveless Pirate, and Brogami. Everybody getting those gifted subs. If I said any of these correctly, you're welcome. More likely, I'm sorry. Eve Fail says the mix of beard, cool demeanor, mini painting, clearly a cool guy. That's what I go for. Very cool. So yes, these are the kinds of things we paint in here. Little miniatures. This is actually, shameless plug, every now and again we paint a miniature for our lovely subscribers and we give them away. And this particular gentleman is this month's, well, we won't call it month because with the current global situation we have stopped maintaining that particular idea, but what we're doing is this will be our next giveaway. It will happen this month. He's not completely done just yet, but he is the White Scar chapter master. He's got the sweet bird. And when you work on something for hours on end, you look at these little details and you give them names, and this, my friends, is Artemis. You think you're getting this guy, he's the companion. Artemis is the gift. He's the one you'll be receiving. He'll be based up and not on my little grip here. So, that's happening. Check him out. What do we have here? Clanwolf gifting a tier 1 sub to Eve Fail. Eve Fall. Sorry, didn't mean to imply the failure. Clanwolf is taking charge here. Try to catch up with Che. You actually nailed the name, dude. I'm impressed. Necrophagist. It's an angry woman. Yes, this is Sorsha. She's from Privateer Press. She's not done yet. Look at this shoulder pad. I haven't even attempted this yet. I'm working on non-metallic metal effects. She's just Russian. This is actually what she's like the softer of the Russian features. The Kadorian Nightmare. Yeah, she's the Ice Queen of the North. This is an attempt at, like, do your best work, you know? Ukri says, I want to try doing non-metallic effects. It's very odd. Can you do an Odin with his ravens? Buy Odin's Raven! Yeah, that would be a good one. Yeah, this is, I think my learning here is that the more comfortable you get, the larger this highlight can be. It's very, very complicated to get to that point, though. And this was a lot of back and forth. I've painted her many different ways. And I think, as with everything with a miniature paint, it all comes with time and experience. I'm pretty happy with this guy's leathers right now. His green cloak is very rough, but we'll get there on everything. Because it's just a Russian lady. Eve Fall says, Eve Fail is probably more accurate. Ukri says, I want to try doing non-metallic effects, and I haven't gotten around to doing it yet. It looks pretty good. Well, thank you so much on that. I don't want to say this. It's like there's true metallics and non-metallics when you want to paint something like that, and you don't need a very high level of understanding of light and shadow and volume to paint true metallic. You can just slap it on there. It's going to be shiny, and you're going to get an effect. But the greater your understanding of lights and shadows and volumes, the better your true metallics will look, because you'll pack a darker tone into the shadows and so forth. Well, non-metallics take that degree of understanding before you can even start with them. It's like a more advanced technique, and so it tends to look better because you're dealing with painters that have been at it a little while. Like you're saying, I haven't gotten around to try it yet, which means you have done some painting before you get there. And so, but if anybody in here is working on any projects, we're very link friendly. Love Instagram, spreading the love, sharing follows. Let me sit this guy down. I've been holding him for a while. We did this the other day, just a quick demonstration on how to paint verdigris. Luker says, yeah, I slapped some paint on minis. Let's do it. Let's see some paint. Before we get back to Clanwolf's Also, I'm surprised the hype train didn't happen there. Everybody giving so much. I guess it might have been a bit that didn't happen. We didn't get bits. Hexneck got some photos. Did this yesterday. Let me see if my Chrome... excuse me. If my Chrome share is working. And Chrome is not working. We will fix that. Hex, for some reason that photo didn't load for me. Woo! We got here. Ukri, am I saying your name correctly? We got Dragonheart 305 says, can I show Applejack that I did on stream first freehand, first chibi eyes? I'll be upset if you don't, Dragonheart. Share that up. Eve Falls says, I legit haven't played any D&D, but I love seeing minis, and someday. Alright. Ooh, we got all kinds of fun art in here. These trolls. I have to pull. We're going to do it here. Here we go. To the phone. The phone won't have issues. I say that and then watch it happen. Okay. Let's do the shameless. I'm pretty failure here. There's mine. Alright, Dragonheart's got the share. Let me have a peek at that. Everyone should have a look. Okori says, thank you. I think yours looks pretty sweet too. Look at that. Spreading compliments for compliments. Ooh, look at this pony. Dragonheart. Those eyes, I think I cracked a joke in Jan's stream the other day. Okay. In Jan's stream the other day, because he was working on a chibi as well. And what? Jan was painting his ninja chibi. I was like, Jan, I'm pretty confident that chibis are like 85% eyeball. And the rest of it is just a detail surrounding. Kind of like the atmosphere you have going on this one. Presents a awesome opportunity for like working with some volumes here in the back. That's a pretty cool mini. Let's say what it is. Is Blood Rage a game? Ooh, don't click on things that have been linked in Blood Rage. Don't break that mature content. Not nearly as graphic as I expected it to be. Alright, what have we missed? Clam says dim eyes be popping. Yeah, Clam, that's probably a better way. The eyes are definitely popping. I like when people can work the shine on things like that. Let me try to refresh this photo, Hex. Oh, there he is. That was on me. It probably happened when I tried to get Chrome to project on the screen, and I gotta disable that. I forget what it's called. Since I had to reinstall Chrome, I'm certain there's a enhanced graphics something or another that we had to fix from before. Corey says, yeah, he's a troll from Blood Rage. There's a mini booties from Come On, yeah. Midgard Painter in the room. Good morning, good morning. Hex says no worries. Yeah, I like what you're doing with the glaive there, Hex. When we're sitting here talking about working non-metallics, you're definitely putting your highlights in and trying to get that effect. It's starting to come together. It just takes a lot of work. Now, excitement is settled in. We got Vamp Piker, minis and booties. There it is. Heck says, yeah, I need more experience. So many times when I would paint, we'd work a highlight in, work a shadow in, and then, try to smooth it out. And it's all building towards something non-metallic like, but it takes so much. We're ready to come back in with that purpley wash that we had before. You can see here on the thumb, we're just going to get rid of much of it. There we are. That's the secret to glazing, I think. For me, dialing it back, controlling the quantity of paint in the brush, so that then you can take what's effectively a wash and technically apply it. That's quite a bit of the ticket. But yeah, I hope everybody's been having a good week, because it's Friday and soon it will be Saturday, then Sunday, right? And we're back at Monday again, and that is what it is. I know Clan Wolf's working through the weekend, but I hope people can find some solace in a little bit of a break in all this that's been going on. We got Pixie rolling in. Good morning, good morning. We got Eve Fall says, LOL. I thought so. Once it gets morning there, I feel guilty for staying up. What I miss here? You from the UK, Midgard. Oh, yes. For me, it is 6:36 a.m. We're rocking that East Coast, Western Pennsylvania style. That's what we do. We do this Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Come in. Sometimes we paint stuff for the stream. Rarely, but occasionally we'll paint things for myself. And we work on commissions. Sometimes the commissions start out as a super secret project that then can be done publicly. 5:36 here, says Clan. Well, if you got that Midwest time. Booker says, oh damn, and I thought I was late here. Yeah, but we're working the other end. Like this is the start. This is the early crew. E-Fall says, how's the weather there in Pennsylvania? 27 degrees and rude. That's what I'm gonna say. Here, let's just share you. I got a friend in Tennessee, and we were joking the other day about why Pennsylvania is a place to leave, and I don't know if this will even read, but I'm coming down my lane like this. I'm just like, oh, excuse me, I didn't expect it today was going to start out this way, but guess this is what we're doing. And this was my driveway. What is that? What is that? Why is it this way? Not cool. But a little bit of snow in April gives you some perspective. It helps you realize that, it's not that bad in other ways. I don't think I have anything else cool to share on my phone, so put it down. Oh, it's the same here, Chris. 3 inches of snow. Yeah, except the same thing here, says Clan. Except where you're at, it's definitely worse. It's definitely colder. It's definitely, like, if I'm getting snow, you get more snow. Trying not to miss. Dragon says, sorry, wonky wireless here at work. E-Fall says, how's the weather? Yeah, I didn't miss anything more. It says, cause a certain painter is crap at keeping a secret. Yeah, not me, though. A different one. A different one. Van Piker says, what part of PA grew up there? We're talking Pittsburgh region. I don't know if you noticed on my... I don't know if you were gifted a lovely sub, but in my straight cash emote, he's rocking that Pittsburgh P. That's how we represent. See this? You see this architecture we have going on up here. This lovely little paint thing I can like adjust paint off of. Don't worry about that. That's what happens when you leave the pot opened overnight. I don't recommend it. Just gonna grab a little of this Rhinox hide. Vampiker with the subscription. I got a buddy that lives in Pittsburgh, grew up in the suburbs of Philly. All right. Out there in that, what, in the King of Prussia area, or down closer to the old Maryland area? I know Pennsylvania typically has that East Coast, West Coast thing going on, but it's probably mostly because we got Pittsburgh, we got Philadelphia, and then there's this whole stretch of Alabama that we have going on. I'll laugh because I think I'm funny, but I might not be. Hex Nexus, we had snow in Portland 2 weeks ago. Ooh, that's not good. Midgard Parent says, instant loads up Google to work out Fahrenheit to Celsius. Yeah, it's cold. 27 Fahrenheit is cold. It's below zero, I think, for you. Where we at here? Okri says, I gotta get off the computer, eat some stuff and sleep. Eat something. Go. I hope you have an awesome stream. I'll have to check out some more of your minis. Well, thank you so much for coming in, sharing that raid love, chatting with me, sharing your art with me, and everybody else. That it has become some good therapy for me. The painting. I'm fairly new to the whole hobby in the scheme of life, but it's been a very positive experience overall. And I started doing this stream thing to hold me accountable and keep me painting regularly, but it's kind of become so much more. But yes, thank you for coming in. Enjoy your snack and get some sleep. Vampire says, like 15 minutes from King of Prussia. There you are. I've been out that way. Thanking Clan Wolf. Wait a second. What happened? Clan Wolf gifted the sub to Vampiker. There we are. Thank you, Clan Wolf. Was that 7 today? That's quite a bit, sir. Clan Wolf is crushing it on the support front. Efall says, yeah, I'm gonna get off too. About to be 4 a.m. and my fingers hurt from holding the phone. Cool finding the stream. Well, thank you for stopping in. I think I said this before, but we do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings. But we are considering doing something Saturday mornings as well, depending on the way life goes. It does seem to become more and more of an option. We got Damn It Daniel rolling through. Midgard Painter says it's a super hot day here where I'm from, and it's 8 degrees Celsius, so about 46 Fahrenheit. That's about as warm as it. You see, Midgard, you're from the north too, then. You know what it is. Efall, yep, is on the way out. Says, sleep well, dude. Definitely keeping an eye out for the stream. Seems super chill. We do run a chill operation in here, that's for sure. That said, yeah, we're usually on the other end of this. We're starting the day. Most of the people that roll through are getting ready to end it. So, yeah, thank you for coming in, and hopefully we catch you down the road. Jack says, see you to Corey. Shouts out to Daniel. We got Clan with suggested Saturday morning cartoons with Chris. That could be it. Could be exactly it. Now that our paint's had a few moments to get some moisture, let's tidy up these little discs. Well, if you're ever looking to punish somebody, give them like a whole sheet of these to paint. I didn't do a bad job on that. So, I think just a little bit on that one, and we're clean. Daniel, how have you been? If anybody in here isn't familiar with Daniel, fantastic painter, and it is possible, he's an even better dude. Daniel paints. He's a great character, and he just launched a website that he's selling printed miniatures that he should link. If you're not into attractive lady miniatures that have like that deadly sexy going on, don't take the link. But if you are, enjoy it. What do we got here? Dan says, good, my man. I like to hear that. It says, it doesn't help that this is one of the oldest sculpts that Forge World produces still. Well, I like the character that's in this. This in particular, I'm a perfectionist. I rarely hit the mark on it, but I do try, and we're going to do well by it. I don't know what I want to do for the center of these rivets. Thinking I'm going to do just a muted, like another brown tone. I don't know that I want to introduce gold onto a model that has no gold, if that makes sense. Typically, I would do like another kind of rivet. But I could do a brighter silver, but I don't know that it would read. I might hold off on that and just detail out the leather for now, and then look at some images of what other, like what real life things have it. There's Daniel's website. My Chrome doesn't open up. It shows a blank screen for right now. So everybody take that link if you want to check out some cool stuff. Midgard says, is that, damn it, Daniel? Yes, it is, Vampire. Jex with the shouts out, hey, shoot them guns. Clamp says to Daniel, you make a, what is, Lamia? Naga Lamia girl? And I'll buy your store out. Oh? Coming out with that request. I don't know, is, Daniel might know a guy with the requisite skill set to do this. We're going to get something a little more ochre, and possibly something a little more orange in here. Because we have these beautiful teal colors. So possibly a little bit of something. Let me... Bear with me on the chat if I miss anything or have missed anything. I do try to keep up with it, so... resend it. Call me a dummy. I'll try to keep up. Daniel says, I do have one in the works, Clamov. Oh? Clamov says, I saw the Talaxia. Talaxia? Am I saying that correctly? And I thought it was one. Daniel says, I'll drop a picture in Chris's Discord. Do it to it. If you want to promote anything you're working on in there, Daniel, please do. Also, anybody that was gifted a sub today, know that you're going to get a Discord invite. We do it for subs only, just to kind of keep the chatter down. But Hexnex says, did I tell you, Pneumatic, what amazing minis I got from Damn It Daniel? I don't think that you did. I know that we talked about the Cawdor a while back. Is that what we're talking about? Or... Sometimes my paint thumb looks clean and normal to go to work, and some days I get like this purpley reddish brown going on. I'm like, okay, we gotta clean that. People will notice. Somebody's blown up the old Instagram. We got Blissard79. Well, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for making that corgi wiggle. And how are you today? We're just applying some little leather textures here. And I think I'm going to get a bit of a darker brown going. It's complicated, but I think I need more red. I don't think that one's going to do what I wanted it to do. It's kind of muted. I have a complicated relationship with browns. I'll tell you that. Ooh. Now that's a bloodstone. Me and bloodstone have a thing. It's not quite as impressive a thing as my love of just a big size brush. But I do love a nice vibrant brown. I'm just going to add some nice reddish tones in here again, because we're working on, let me see this, yeah, so we're working with so many blues. There's also some reds in the model. We're not introducing new colors, so to speak. We're just taking a neutral tone, keeping it vibrant with a friendly color. And that's big if you're trying to not introduce too many things. I think unlike the yellow, I can actually, if we want to painstakingly add it in here higher up between these little rivets, I think that we can. Well, if nobody's going to notice this but you. But know that we did it. People might notice, but... Damn it, Daniel says, the Clan Wolf, I think so, sir. Has a lot of similarities. Okay. Is it Daniel Seer based on Guy Thing Creature from Hellboy 2? I got a Hellboy to paint. Daniel, I don't know if you saw that, but I'm pretty stoked to paint some red demon skin. I don't know if you've painted any to offer any advice, but... Oh, show. I don't know that I'm going to stick to the, it's a paint set from Vallejo. Mantic did the sculpt. Midgard says, I love painting red. We've been doing a lot of studies in red lately, huh? We did Sorsha in the red, so we've got her loveliness, right? How to paint red slow. We've got Khan here, a study in how to paint red quite quickly. Even Clan Wolf's Heretic has been a little study in how to get red looking good. But yeah, this has the Angel Garaldes how to paint a Hellboy in here, but I don't know, like, he and I don't paint the same way. I find him very hard to follow along with.
But not only did we get this sweet, sweet mini, sculpt is fairly clean. A couple nips to take out. On the plus side, I don't see any like pitting. Those tend to be harder for me. Mold lines are very minimal. We got this little one. You're not going to see it on the webcam. Something ripping across the top of his head. Which is a little rough. Obviously, this is going to be a whole nub situation. But look how small this hand is. Super stoked to paint it, if I'm being honest. Clanwolf says, oddly, I might need to brush up on red for my next army. What are you thinking about doing, Clanwolf? What's your next prospect here? This is actually the weakest part of it, I think. The gun. It's textureless. It's super smooth. Drago Star, you picked me to host. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, there's no... This is... I think somebody was talking the other day about the resin not wanting to take paint until they varnished it to get it to stick. You look at him here, and you can see he's kind of matte looking. A lot of texture. But then the mix that they did on the gun, you can see it's super shiny. It's very, very smooth. So I can tell you right away, this is... the mixture was just different for this. And it's probably because it's smaller and more frail. And so they switched it up just a bit to get this to go. It says, yes, I did pick you. And how are you? I'm doing well. We're in here, we're painting. Today has been a bit overwhelming in terms of support. The love from, we got a big raid. Clanwolf's been passing around subscriptions like Oprah hands out books. We've got the sunny skin tone in this set. This is one of my very, very favorite colors. It's nice to have a fresh dropper. We got Bone Shooter 87. Thank you so much for coming in here to throw them dice. How are you doing today? Hopefully well. Cleo says, I'm doing World Eaters, but not the normal all red ones. And welcome to Bone Shooter, says Cleo. Well, there's certain armies that I have color schemes in mind for, and World Eaters happens to be one of them. I absolutely love red, and I want to do like white trim on them, or like a light gray maybe. This also has Deck Tan. Deck Tan's a marvelous color. Daniel says, I keep forgetting to do this. Don't we all, Daniel? But flat red, I use a ton of. It's such a good red. Cawdor red is just a bit more vibrant. I don't know if you can see that. Where this one's closer to like a brick. Just a touch off of the tomato color. This one's more tomato. But yeah, flat red's a marvelous color. So this set, I think, for red colors is a great investment. You know, it's got some nice neutral colors. You get black. And the orange fire is also nice. So I think, in general, this is if you can find one. I had to do a lot of searching to locate one. But I think it's a good buy. It's a good value for the paint you get. And then you get a cool model. So maybe that'll be one of the first projects we utilize our new equipment for once everything's in. And per Clanwolf's request to work on more demonic or malefic skin tones, we'll start with red, and then we'll work our way darker through the blues and blacks. Tino says, I keep forgetting to do this, talking about the host. We got Iron Band says, dang, man, you're famous. I'm famous. You're famous. Why am I famous? Clanwolf with the link. Ooh. No joke, Clanwolf. Is that the scheme you're looking at? Yeah. Yeah. Because that color scheme is gorgeous. You could take primarily white, splash in some nice highlighted red, and you get this, like Sorsha, you get what looks to be a beautiful color scheme. Now you can very quickly change that red and grime up that white, and you get something that's far, far more wicked. And it's almost because you're taking it out of those like good guy colors that it feels even more twisted. Psychologically, I think is the way that goes. We got Clan Wolf shouting out to the bandit. Bone Shooter 87 says, early morning to you. Making time to paint minis for when my 3.5 D&D group gets back together. That's what we do. You know, it's 7 a.m. here, East Coast time. Goodness. VTT is okay, but nothing close to sitting at a table and rolling dice and moving minis. Yeah, we got to live vicariously, right? We got too many sprues rolling in. The bandit says, hey there, Clan Wolf. And the wolf says, hey, back. Iron Band says, I really like that flat red. Gonna have to score me a bottle of that. And Bandit says, nah, I'm infamous. There it is. We even painting. Getting all off topic today. I'm loving it. Bone Shooter says, North Carolina. Pittsburgh. What? That's how we do it. We got Dream Wench. The Dream Wench. That's a funny name. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for making that corgi wiggle. We got the public. What is this? Public Jewick? Public Joe UK. Has anybody gotten that one correct on the first shot? The Public Joe. Joe, good morning. Dream Wench says good morning and hey to the public. Oh, what to do? I figure if we're working with browns, let's work with some browns. Let me get a little bit of this on the palette. Morning to Garonis. South Carolina, almost North Carolina here. We're just running down the East Coast. We need a Floridian and we'll be killing it. What do we have here? What's this little thing on his side? Give me a second, everybody. It doesn't look leather. Alright, let's start to at least make some sense of these volumes. Becca's tattered clay mess that they sculpted. We'll get it. We'll get all of it. North Carolina out of Dream Wench. Look out. About to start up a socially distanced meetup here. Did I miss anybody? Public Joe says, well pronounced. There we are. Coronas says, nah, I gotta have Georgia first. Georgia, the real South. I think also tidy up some of these hoses. We're starting to hit the point on this model where everything's painted and now it's just the detailing phase. And for me, I like to... I almost need to start to see things before I can finish them up. And so, like, right in here on this gasket, let's do it like this. Too many sprues with the shouts out. I hope everybody had a good week. I hope Friday goes well and we survive into the weekend. Do a little non-metallic effect on this gasket here. Motor City Ray, whoop whoop, boom boom, it's Friday. Well, Ray, I'm glad to have you in here. How are you today? It's Friday and... Oh, I already have some on my palette. What are we doing? Why did nobody remind me? Ray, how has your week been? Hopefully everybody's holding up well. It's 27 degrees here. I can't imagine it's any better up your way. Especially what Clam was telling me, got like 3 inches of snow out where they're at, so... Here we are. I do like these details though, Clam Wolf. This is a really cool model. Garonis says, I did some Stimulussin last night, got some groceries. That's good. Ordered a photon printer. Look out. Iron Clove says a lot of sun though, so it's already melted and we're up for temps now. That's good. I think today our high is 37 here. Public Joe says, is that Fahrenheit? Yes, it is. Yeah, 27 Fahrenheit here. Iron Bandit says, I would love that weather here. 72. It makes me sad. Clem says, then again, it did tank to 18 the other day. Golly. It says currently 40 here. Iron Bandit says, because I know the summer will be hot, hot, hot. Cliff says, Nomadic, are you still looking to do something black? Yes, I have to finish up that miniature for Justin, the armed painter. I finally figured out a recipe for black that I like. I've got to tidy up the back of the shoulder pad a bit, but actually, I'm using the same colors for your gaskets. So you might be able to tidy this up. But yes, I do need to do something black for myself here. I don't know what that's going to be, what my access to a model that I could even do it would be at this point. But there's still some places that are shipping. I'm sure we can find something. I just like to support my local shop is all. I try to filter any of my stream expenses as far as hobby goes through them. Keep them, you got to support a place you want to keep the lights on at. Supposed to hit 70 today, says Garonis. Well, listen, I'm going to rub it in. I think today's high is 37. Ray says, it snowed sideways yesterday. I need a weather change ASAP. Yeah, I thought we were done here. That's the biggest issue for me. It's not like it's too bad. It's not like it's as bad as it was in the winter. The problem is I was lied to and I was told I was done with it. Clem says, you have a figure for it, gotcha. Otherwise, I might have been crazy and sent you Horus to paint as something black. Oh, that's a cool idea, though. Yeah, that's just the one Justin sent for his project. I've got to get that painted up and sent out to him. But he's not exactly, for me or for a project other than something to practice on. Get this to show up a little bit darker, and then we're out. That's good. Genuine Vision. Well, good morning, sir. I was talking about your Chibi earlier. Hopefully things are good on your end. I'm just talking about how terrible the weather's been lately. Genuine says, ha 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 ha, he 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 he, more likely. Afternoon to Motor City Ray, hope you're doing well. Just finished painting some chibis, yes. Oy vey. There it is. Yeah, somebody was working on a chibi style, it's Dragonheart, painting a chibi style My Little Pony, and I was like, I had to bring up my comment about the eyes. It's like, it's factual. They're, it's like the smallest part of the model, but it's everything. That's right, Clan Wolf. How pink can we go? That's a real question. This is a good red. It's got quite a bit of pigment. I'm betting we can get quite a bit of white into this. There we are. That's a change. Gregersman, hey, good morning. David Davis says, you're awesome. You awesome SOB. How's the computer going? Daniel, when people are having computer problems, or, anything traumatic like looking for work or seeking a relationship because they're single, I tend to not bring it up because I feel like if there's good news, they'll bring it up. Ask Ray about his computer like that. But yes, Ray, hopefully things are well with the computer. That's a good point, my man. I always thought it was funny, like at a family gathering, you'll get like a aunt. It's always an aunt. They're like, "So, did you seeing anybody?" You're like, for like so much of my life, like, no, I'm not seeing anybody. I'm not desirable. Leave me alone. Like, we do the same thing with like people out of work. Did you find how's things on the job front? Like, listen, you'll be the first to know because I will come in beaming and tell you, right? I don't know why I just made everybody's aunt sound like an office lady. Like, I don't know what you're doing. Don't let me project my things on other people. It's probably just me. Let's see how thin we got this. See how thin we got this red. Just glazed it back. Now I'm going to start glazing it over this pink. Just enough to filter. We'll let it dry. The reality is that an airbrush is so much faster at this, but the brush, the physical brush, is so much better. Just looks better. Resisted says it was accurate. I don't know what you're doing. Yeah. I think the whole purpose to asking the question is to not that Daniel's doing this. I'm back to my aunt. The whole point in asking somebody that question is to in some way tell them some things they don't know about their own self. We do have this good pink going, and we're going to keep the party rolling with that. With another red glaze. The important thing with this is it has to go all over. If you decide to only do the highlights, you're going to get a tide mark. But if you do the whole of the area, you'll avoid that. And it will smooth your shades into your highlights. And your pink highlight starts to look quite a bit more red. Just somewhat desaturated. No, Auntie, my life is empty like your soul. Ray says, my graphics card didn't arrive last night, so I'm hoping it'll be here early today. I'm really itching to get back online. Crackersman says, I'm sensing some underlying aunt issues. It's not really a specific thing to my aunt. It's just, I noticed it because it was a behavior that she had. It wasn't like it got hammered into me, but like in general, in your early 20s, life isn't great. At least it wasn't for me. It was like a jump ball. Every day was like, what's going on, and am I really motivated enough to do anything, and all these things. And everybody would always just like, hey, what are you doing? How are things going? Like, why? Are you asking me to be kind? Are you actually interested? No. They just wanted you to say something, so they had an opening. Like, yep, door's open. Come in and make conversation. Wait a second. Daniel, who are you hooking up with? It says I'm itching too. Not the same reason, but I'm there with you, sir. Daniel wants to game. I'm delayed 6 to 10 seconds, sir. And you asked for a response that required more words than a yes or no. Only a few days left of double XP. You guys gotta be careful with this game. It consumes your lives. Not specifically your lives, but lives in general are consumed by World of Warcraft. I'm going to tidy this up off cam because some paint got spattered, and I feel bad about it. But it's a non-issue. Because I'm good like that. Just a little bit of brown on this, but it's an easy fix. I'm not entirely certain how it happened, to be honest. I gotta check everything in that area. Figure out what went down. But yeah, Clan Wolf, I think things are coming together nicely with this. I'm gonna get this wrapped up, and then we're gonna go full on in on Ray's project. And that will be likely how we start out Monday, depending on how well my progress goes with this over the weekend. I feel like we'll be able to make some good progress. Gregersman says one word: gossip. Yeah, I think that's good. Just gonna stipple back some of this shine. Do the same up here. Ray says to Garonis, I can't talk about it here. It's a game-free zone. We're no safe space here. Hey, it's not. It's just that game and I have a tumultuous relationship. I get addicted to things. And for health reasons, let's make it painting. What we have here? Oh, thank you, Bandit. Let's see what we have in here. Try to perhaps glaze this back just a skosh. Yeah, that'll work. Try to add a little bit of blue to this black, and hopefully in this way tie in the colors of the armor even into the shoulder pad, even though it's a different tone entirely. Sudsy Sutherland, good morning. How are you? I think we've hit all of our markers here. And since we have everything metallic wise in a little bit of this, we may as well put a little bit of it in the recesses here as well. Can in some way tie everything together by doing your dark lining universally. Let's see, we got some stuff to touch up down at the bottom here, so we'll get to that in just a moment. Sudsy Southern says, doing great. Got 5 inches of snow out here in Nebraska yesterday. I give it until noon before it's all melted. We had nothing to that extent here, but it definitely snowed yesterday. We don't have any snow today, though. So that's something. And it's Friday. Try to get these recesses a little bit darker. Sorry about the camera angle there. Again, just trying to keep everything uniform. Yeah, I think that little bit of blue helped out quite a bit up there. Perhaps we can even do a little bit more on our highlights. Which might steal away some of that extra brightness, but maybe that's a good thing. It's actually perhaps what it calls for. A little bit of something like that. Take our red wash again, all over, even over the shadows. Make sure we don't have any pooling, because that's happening. All right, better. All right, Beta says, pardon my ignorance, I know that that's a 30K mini, but what chapter? This is Alpha Legion. With that beautiful bluish green that they rock. Look at him. Clem says 30K would be Legion instead of chapter. What do I know? Is it for real? We can do this? Guess what, Clan Wolf? Guess what? I hope you're ready. I've broken out the size 3. I feel better. Just being able to look at all this area we can paint so quick. Big brush. Hashtag get a bigger brush. Sudsy Sutherland says Lexicon Wiki, or if you want crude humor with the lore, 1D4chan. Been reading. Iron Bandit says been reading books. Sorry all, got a jet. Have a killer day. An awesome stream. You as well, Bandit. Catch you down the line. Oh, this is a pretty cool thing down here. This little bobble. Iron Bandit with a subscription, gifted from Ray. Ray, thank you so much. Hooking up the Bandit like that. This is going to be a massive drawing for our White Scar this month. Get a twist of hoses here. Clan Wolf. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but we'll figure something out. Sudsy says good morning to the Clan Wolf. Actually says good morning back. That's how late to the party I am. Sometimes I just base coat things so I can try to figure out like what they are. Oh my. Detail. Detail for days. Empire me. Oh, good morning. Imprime. I don't know how you pronounce your name, to be honest. I say it differently probably every time I go to do so. Hopefully you are well, and maybe you can come in hot with a correction for me. Let's tidy up this black. LOL, they say. Okay, we got the Evil Honk. Says hi. Dip the model in Abaddon black and done. That's probably accurate there. Sudsy Sutherland says Space Marines consist of 3 things: power armor, bolter, and Grables. That's probably true. Says technically it is pronounced M prime. Perfect. Thank you so much. I will remember it always. We got Megamore 13. Yup. Blood sugar tanking. Clan's going down. Get this man more peanut butter toast. Well, Clan Wolf, on the blood sugar note, we're probably hitting the point where I gotta get out of here to get on with the day. Yeah, I'm much happier with the satin look we've got on the shoulder pad now. We're almost ready to connect the backpack. I'm just going to finish up. I'm going to smooth out these highlights, blend the transitions now that I got the volumes set in. DJ Delete says, what up, Nomadic? Good morning. Well, good morning back at you. We're just wrapping up. Megamore says, insane what you're making, man. Respect, dude. Yeah, respect back at you. Thank you. If you're just stopping in, since we're wrapping up, I'll give you a quick peek. This is a commission for Mr. Clamwolf in the chat. We're getting things well underway here. Base coats are pretty much done, and now we're going to enter into the detail phase. Thank you so much for that follow, Megamore. Is it Mega Morris? Is that how you say your name? Hopefully I'm getting that correct. I paint things I don't necessarily read too good, you know. Yeah. Woof. For those of you that got subscriptions today, this is our giveaway. Garnakish. So later in the month, there'll be a drawing for all subscribers and patrons for this particular gent. I'm really a lot happier with the shadows and highlights now on the backpack. And we're going to continue our way around, maybe make a few more adjustments. Robosh76, good afternoon, everybody. Well, good afternoon back at you. This is something we work on. Some advanced techniques for competitions and so forth. Real rough in terms of completion, but you see we're working non-metallics, we're working smooth transitions across large surfaces, skin tones, so forth, textures, things like that. We do like to paint many different scales. Yeah, so we've got that going on. We've got it's shameless plug time. It's the end of the stream. We've got a Patreon where people are supporting at another level to help me make videos, and we're going to start a vlog, I think. We're going to be doing a lot of different channels, and hopefully people find that interesting. We got Instagram. It's where I post all of my art. You know what that is. Also, down below, we got a little new situation going on here. If anybody is interested, I haven't had one of these before, but we've got a merch store now. So if there's any of my emotes that you like, anything like that, please ask me about them. I've got a bunch of stuff I can make in here. I haven't really made a ton, so that's what we have for right now. And I can obviously make other things if you're interested. But for now, we're going to be wrapping up Clamwolf's commission through the weekend, maybe early next week. And then we're going to continue the base coating on Motor City Ray's commission. Drycha here is super legit and very cool, and I gotta find a few more of the colors. I need to find the stones in my eye. I gotta find the vines as well, and once I get those, things are gonna fly. They're gonna come together so super quickly. I just need to get the right colors in my head. But yeah, we need to find a raid target. Who is online? Yes, Clanwolf, but lovingly no nips, and so that goes well. Oh, Ray, should we raid Mike? Mike's on. We should raid Mike. Let's start this raid. Everybody, it's been overwhelming the support the last couple of weeks. Many new subscribers, a lot of new faces. We're gonna do this thing. I like where we're at, and I like where we're going. I've already got the face on Clanwolf's gent coming in correctly. Cliff says, sorry, just transitioned back from Discord, and she was right there. Front and center, eh? Okay, So we're getting ready to go over and see the great and powerful Mike Disney. If anybody isn't familiar, you're going to enjoy him. I have to raid and dash, so let Mike know I'm in and out. If you have those fresh emotes, spam them. Let him know where you came from. I am off. I got to go to work for the day. If I don't see you over the weekend, have a wonderful weekend. And if Monday comes, don't let it get you down. All right. We'll catch you all down the road.